Uh-oh. Manga tube. Stinky.
Poopy.
Poopy. Oh, wait. Shit. Gotta censor that.
Censors.
All right.
Poopy based. I mean,
Well, we all know that anyway. That's not
Well,
a.
you don't
that's
have
true.
to censor
You don't have to
that.
censor
Base
that.
is
That's
just shitty.
yeah. That's common
All right,
knowledge.
guys.
I mean, he's a dumbass.
It's been
so.
a while.
Yeah.
Fucking hey, it is.
It's been August was the last one, so.
It has been quite a venture, to say the least. Last time
really
we were
has.
here on Manga Alert, I was joined by the one and only Gear Third Manga, Shrug, and I believe T-Dog was on the last episode, if I'm not mistaken. But
Yeah, I
pretty
know I
much
wasn't.
what we went over was the whole rant and the whole conspiracy of the drama that's been occurring here in the manga community. But before we get into that, theme song. And welcome back, everybody.
I love that song.
Gets me every time.
It definitely, it's a tearjerker. It makes you think of home.
Oh,
It really
yeah.
does.
Really does.
All right, so the manga community. This has been such a subject of topic, debate, and ridicule on both parties' sides. I'm telling you, this drama has just been quite a show.
Stupid.
Especially watching it from the sidelines and seeing how everyone is just sort of tearing each other apart it's so beautiful. And
It's actually kind of fucking funny. Not gonna lie.
so I think the best way to start this segment is to talk about one of the key figures apparently over the past couple of months. One of these guys decided to say, you know what, MangaTube, you did a lot for me. Guess what I'm going to do for you? I'm going to give you the middle finger, tell you that you fucking suck, and then start a career in music reactions. Now, I just want you to already kind of put that in your mind and understand where exactly the state of mind has to get in order to really make you have that sort of transition. So I think my understanding, and I have a PhD in BS psychology, so this is my statement on how I feel about it. I believe that society has maybe damaged this man's brain to the point where he just doesn't know what he's doing anymore. So in order to combat that, he has to go to one of the worst possible solutions to any YouTuber known to man, as in terms of creativity, of course, and that is to do music reactions.
But don't you know music reactions are more creative than manga?
You know what? That
videos?
might be true in the long run, but you know what manga halls have that music reactions don't have?
No.
Nothing. They're stupid. They're both stupid, but
Oh dear. Okay.
Well, I mean, obviously, music reactions get views, and manga halls don't. I mean, every single one of my manga halls has only gotten like 100 views. So, like, obviously, this person's going in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, you want to make some views.
in all seriousness, do whatever it is that you feel you're most happy with doing as far as hobby goes. But this person, who will go unnamed for this video in particular,
Jesus,
hey,
shut the fuck
Apollo's
up.
throwing it out. And I think you should get that cough checked out, by the way, Apollo. That was horrible.
Sorry, man. I just, it
It's
was
flu
there,
season.
Cigarettes.
It really is.
All right. Well, I mean, in all seriousness, if that's what makes you happy, do what makes you happy. If that's the type of video content you want to promote, then by all means. But the sole factor that this person entered the manga community for the sole factor of views, partnership, and ad revenue and monetization is the silliest thing ever, because in the broad spectrum of everything else,
This isn't the place to go for that.
in the
really
broad
isn't.
spectrum of things, we are such a niche community with maybe big channels reaching tens of thousands of subscribers at best. I don't see that generated publicity that we see with the likes of video game YouTubers, news outlets,
Yeah.
reaction videos that aren't necessarily music videos, but like just general reaction videos. Like it's so silly to enter into the community with that mindset that, hey, I'm gonna make it big in this niche community. It just doesn't make any sense.
Like I don't care what he does either, but it's like just the way he went about stuff. Like he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm leaving and now the community's dead." Huh. It's like and then people got mad about it. They were like, "Why would you blah blah?" And then like a day later, after people were calling him out, he was like, "This was a test, and you failed." He was literally like, "Oh yes, this is all according to my kaikaku," and showing how people get upset about things. And I'm like, "What you?"
He sounds like a manga protagonist, so I guess he learned a couple of things.
And
he's Aizen. He's like, it was all my plan all along.
And yet he still hasn't commented in his Discord for almost 2 months now, so like a little bit over a month.
For me, that's gonna be my statement on the whole fact. I don't really care what he does with his time. That's entirely up to him. If he thinks he's gonna make it big doing reaction videos, do what makes you happy.
And just like if you're a smaller YouTuber, don't let people like him discourage you. If he's like, "Oh, everyone's dying and doesn't have views," like don't let any of that bother you, because it really doesn't matter.
It doesn't
in the grand scheme of things.
If you honestly think that, please get a job.
Yeah.
Or if you don't have a job already, just please look for one. Like you're not gonna be making any YouTube money off of manga videos.
Exactly.
Okay? Well, that happened, and then of course we still have our wonderful. And I think I might create a segment for this, but I think maybe every once in a while, what we'll do is we'll go through Twitter. And we'll just look at some of the wonderful comments that a lot of these, how should I say it, stupid manga tubers post on Twitter, and then just kind of comment on them themselves. The person who I want to focus on today is a former guest that we had not too long ago. His name was Based Senpai.
Oh, no.
And he, you know what, he started out okay. He wasn't the worst kind of guy, but some of the things he says on Twitter is just very just, no, it's wrong. Like, it's just bad. One of the things I wanted to comment on is the fact that this guy believes that if a manga does not sell well, then it is not declared as a good series. Now, just that statement alone, if that didn't already give you an aneurysm, then I don't know what it will, because that in itself is such a dumb, bold statement. It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, I often am convinced that he's trolling, but he just has stuck to it for so long that I don't even know anymore.
I'm just gonna put this out here because for some reason everyone literally thinks he's trolling. Dude's not trolling. I mean, like I've sat down and fucking had a legit conversation with him not too long ago, and he stuck to his guns and he did not act like a troller. I mean, if he is trolling, the dude's talented.
Well, he is an old soul. I believe he's like in his 30s, so I mean, significantly he is older.
He's a boomer.
He's like 24. Fuck you mean?
So, the one tweet that I wanted to focus on, not trying to go on a tangent here, was posted back on October 17th, and this is when he kind of targeted Gear, Apollo, and another person in his server.
Wait, he did?
But this is the tweet, and I'll go ahead and kind of describe the pictures. We'll leave a link to the picture, or like a thumbnail, or like a screenshot while we're talking about this. But this is the tweet. So, beginning quote: "I try to uphold the moral guidelines that my anime list establishes for the anime/manga community. If I wasn't that pillar, who else would be up to the daunting task of living life with mal-ideals? Anything under a 7.5 isn't worth watching. Sometimes that pill is hard to swallow." So, just to describe this tweet, as what Apollo said just a few seconds ago, he is not trolling. And if he was, he is an expert tier SS plus troll. But he is very much serious, is that he goes by the fact that my anime list posts a score of either 7 or below. It is something not worth watching. So this is when the whole serious topic of what people really believe is a good series. Some people believe that if a series is rated a 7, it's not good. Some people who rate a series as a 7 might think it's good. And I don't know, this tweet kind of just stuck out to me because it definitely shows his character and what he believes is stupid. But
I just think in general, people who think a 7 is a bad score is kind of clown.
No, it's
because like.
I also want to point out, I don't know if you guys have done it. I decided to do it because I noticed a pattern. If you actually go to his, I don't know if it's still up, but if you go to his YouTube channel and you watch his collection video, and you'll start to notice the fact that every single one of his series is rated, or at least most of his series is rated at a decent level on Mal.
I mean,
so that's why I believe.
Okay, well,
he
to be
is
fair,
going full literal.
Pretty much every popular series has a good rating on Mal, right? Like,
well, I mean, some of the series that are super popular that I have, I don't think have a really good rating on Mal.
I don't know. I'm quite certain everything I own has a high rating on Mal, because.
Well, what you consider high rating and what he considers high rating is two different things.
I suppose.
Because he doesn't. Like, he thinks anything below an 8 is not worth it.
Except for Black Clover.
Well,
well, that's true.
I wish I could find his tweet. I don't know if he deleted it, but it had something to do with the fact that shoujo and shonen demographics matter when reading a manga or something like that. I don't know. This is a while back, but this was definitely one of the cringier Twitter stories that sparked quite a bit of drama in the community. And I mean, I might not be the biggest shoujo advocate. I think there's probably been times where I've called shoujo just uninteresting and uninspired and dumb. But I don't know. I don't know enough about shoujo. I don't read it.
Sexist.
I don't really care to read it, but you know what? I just don't shut it down completely. Anytime someone recommends me a good series, like someone says Red River's good, I've tried series like that out before. Didn't like it, but I read it, tried it out. Banana Fish, read it, tried it out, didn't care for it. Still waiting for that number.
You gotta read Fruits Basket.
Still waiting for that number one shoujo to pop out. But you know what? I'm not so close-minded to the point where I would shut down the idea of reading a shoujo. I just haven't found that key one yet. So for me, I like shonen. That's just me. But the fact that demographics mean anything, I mean, let's put it this way. There are a lot of women out there that read shonen, and they love it too, but yet no one is crying the blues when they're saying, oh, a woman is reading shonen manga. This is terrible. The earth is folding. Like, cats and dogs are loving each other. Like, this is unheard of. I don't know. To me, this seems like kind of that argument where it's very one-sided. Not everyone agrees with the fact that people who support other things don't fall in line with that same demographic. I believe that you can like whatever you like. You can be a man or a woman, and you can be enjoying the shonen manga just as much as a man or a boy or a woman or a girl loves shonen or shoujo. It doesn't matter.
Or a transsexual, pansexual wood sprite.
Rip. Rest in peace.
Did you say wood sprite?
Yeah, wood sprite.
The fuck are you
Anyways, that's my take on Base Senpai. Now, we love Base Senpai. We invite him onto the show.
We don't.
All the time. Hang on, Apollo.
I like him. I miss Based. I wish he would come back to the server. We honestly like
Based. There's nothing that we hate against him. We encourage him to come onto the show, comment on our manga alert videos. We invite him back to the Discord, but
he liked the In a Nutshell video.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, I remember he liked that on Twitter. Huh.
I think we'll probably leave a caption of that just to show that Base Senpai also loves us. So, Base, if you're watching this, please, send us something very friendly. We want you back on the show. We encourage and invite you to come on and
Base. I'll tell you what. If you come back, we'll make a Black Clover episode.
Okay. Yeah.
Just for you.
All right.
That's see. Making promises without talking to people is exactly how 9/11 happened.
Oh God.
Oh, okay. Yikes. Moving on.
Moving on. Bernie Sanders.
What have you guys been reading? This is a manga podcast. What have you guys been reading?
Well, I'll take that floor first. I started Hunter x Hunter. I got about 2 volumes into it.
What?
What?
Wait, how many?
I'm 2 volumes in.
Oh
I
boy.
started it 2 days ago.
Apollo is reading Hunter x Hunter. This is
Yes,
just
That's how does it make you
it's
feel as a Kishimoto stan?
as of right now, not much has happened. Not gonna lie. But I like the art style. I didn't think I would like it too much because I mean everything I've seen online has been terrible. But I like the art style so far. So we'll see.
Yeah, the thing
Um,
with Hunter x Hunter art is usually like all the bad panels really don't make up much of the series. It's just people being like, "Wow, look at this single panel that looks like shit." And
right,
overall, like the art can range from being all right to really good, but it's usually just the shit that people that sticks out.
right. And then I just finished The Strange Tale of Panorama Island by Suhiro Maru.
Sounds whack.
finally getting into that. What do they have? They have a name for it. Not erotic manga,
Uh,
but it's
it's kind of erotic
it's like
esque,
Euro erotic.
more pretty much.
Hot.
It was pretty fucking good. Not gonna lie, it was one of those super old manga that was out of print, but Last Gasp brought it back. If you guys have never heard of Last Gasp, they're actually super cool. They pinpoint really out of print manga, and they do a single printing of it. That's why they call it Last Gasp. They let you know ahead of time, like 5 or 6 months ahead of time when they're doing the printings, and then you can pre-order it, and then they'll send it straight to your house. Really nice packaging too. My shit was so hard to get into, I literally had to take a knife to it.
Oh,
I usually don't have to do that.
that's
But yeah,
dangerous.
it's Last Gasp is amazing. I highly recommend checking
They
them
don't
out.
have many manga titles, but as far as like another good title I would recommend is they have also the rights to Barefoot Gen. It's another really
Yes,
good old
which I
manga series as
think,
well, which they have done a full reprint for. They've done paperback editions as well as hardcover editions. And also with their initial printing of the series, it is really good. It's based on the Fukushima and Nagasaki bombings during World War II, and pretty much the struggles of two young boys that have to go through living during that time period. If you wanted to draw
yeah,
some comparisons, Grave of the Fireflies would be kind of one of those, but in my opinion, this one definitely shits on Grave of the Fireflies.
Ooh, hot take.
I mean, I would going off of Apollo's recommendation to Last Gasp, I would recommend going onto their website. They also do have a lot of various Gekiga work as well,
Of course they
which
do.
I have taken quite a fascination to. For
Yes,
those of
yes,
you
we
who
know.
don't know what Gekiga is, it's sort of this. It's an art style, definitely a period of time for manga back in the 50s and the 60s. It sort of captured a more adult, more serious tone than normal series at the time,
For
and
adults.
something I would recommend. And it definitely pioneered seinen manga, which for those of you who don't know what seinen is as well, that's definitely a more older demographic form of manga as well.
This is what the cool kids read.
This is what I've taken a fascination to. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it back to Apollo because I'm sure he wasn't done recommending what he was talking about. So
um, I mean, yes and no. I mean, I'm done with Last Gasp because I mean, as of right now, I don't think they actually have any manga still in print because I'm pretty sure Barefoot Gen is out of print. The way that Last Gasp works on their manga is usually once it's out of print, it stays out of print for a super long time. That's why they're called Last Gasp. Um, but I did start um, reading some more Matsumoto work. If you don't know who Matsumoto is,
I
he
don't.
wrote legendary manga like Sunny, Ping Pong, um, Black and White, aka Take on Concrete. I started Take on Concrete the other day. This is a reread for me. It is amazing. One of my favorite old school manga. And Viz just licensed Ping Pong actually, so that'll be coming out
his
here in the next 7 or 8 months,
his
I
art
think.
style is very it's interesting. I think that might be the best
It
way of
is.
describing Taiyo Matsumoto. Um,
Matsumoto is very old school with his art, but it's also very distinctive, so you know you're seeing Matsumoto when you see
One
it.
of the works I have read, and as far as like me doing a quick review, I'll probably never do a review of it, so I'll just tell you guys right now. Blue Spring was the first work I picked up from Taiyo Matsumoto, and going into it initially, there was a lot of recommendations backing the series and whatnot. He's a very talented artist. I think a lot of his work is very unique in his style. And not only that, but he adopts a lot of old school themes as well. It's an interesting story. It's out of print. I think my initial problems with the series is that it's very short. It kind of leaves you wanting a little bit more out of the story, which was my biggest problem with it. I would recommend it, but it's not something I would consider his number one work. But of course, I've only read Blue Spring, so I haven't really read much of anything else. So I guess I'd have to check out some of his work just to get a clearer eye on it, but I know a lot of his work as well is out of print. The majority of his manga in English is just not in print. And not only that, but a lot of also his works are not over here in the States. So he's got quite a resume of different manga.
Right. I do know that Viz just did a reprint of Sunny. And in a lot of people's eyes, as far as what's over here, Sunny is by far and away his best work. But Ping Pong is coming out, so that might be eclipsed.
Well, we'll see. If it's anything else like the history of anything, a lot more people are getting on board with the manga bandwagon, so they might actually find that a lot of these older mangaka are really good. Might encourage a lot of people, including Viz, to print more of the old school works. I found that with Junji Ito, especially. A lot of people, especially Viz, has been picking up on Junji Ito's work, which is quite interesting, especially seeing how really everyone was trying to print Junji Ito in the States, and it just did not take off until Viz hit that right time and was able to pretty much make it mainstream.
All right, is it my turn? Can we get all normie in here now? Because you guys are nerds and only read old stuff.
Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, Poopy.
So I've been reading Act Age. Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
That is a gay manga. I mean,
What do you think it is?
Act Age?
From what I understand, it's about a manga that is like a normie version of a K-drama.
It sounds like something Base needs to look at to understand what that means.
So, this is a relatively new Shonen Jump series. It's been running for like a year and a half. It's getting an English release now. It's probably going to have an anime. It's about a girl who becomes an actress, and you get to see all the funny shenanigans. I didn't think it looked that interesting, but I'm 30 chapters in now, and it's actually pretty good. I'm enjoying it a good bit. So, this is one I'll probably make a video on at some point when I read more. As for other stuff I've been reading, not much, because during October I made it a point to I watched a horror movie every day, so I did that rather than reading instead. So, not really much to say. I am going to be reading Tokyo Ghoul soon, finally get that done.
Fucking finally.
And then there's just the usual stuff I've been keeping up with, you know, the good shit, Spy X Family, Chainsaw Man, all the stuff.
Which is
Shaman
new,
loves.
and people are still calling it the number one series of all time, which is, I guess it just goes with shonen hype that people always think that it's the best thing since sliced bread.
I agree with you, but I mean, Spy X Family is pretty.
It might be good, but I
shit.
just can't get back with the hype. I can't. Not after 5 or 10 chapters is being released.
Speaking of hype, Demon Slayer is now the number one selling manga of the year, meaning that for the first time in like 13 years, something has beat One Piece. And it's, yo.
Wait, what?
So
Hey, you didn't hear that?
I think the problem with that is that the statistic is that I think more people are likely to buy Demon Slayer in the United States than they are to buy in Japan. I don't know how the sales statistics break down, but I would still argue that One Piece
It's all
is
Japan.
Probably really. That shocks me. Interesting.
Yeah, it's basically, so what happened, because there's a reason why this happened, and I don't think it will happen again. It's basically Demon Slayer got an anime boost, but like people went insane and started buying the entire backlog. Because like the past few weeks, if you look at like the top 20 selling manga in a week, literally like in the top 20 is every single volume of Demon Slayer.
That's interesting to me because
so basically I think it's ending with like both series have sold around 10 million copies. So One Piece is actually up from last year, but Demon Slayer did manage to pull through at the end here.
wow.
So yeah, it's just because like the backlog is selling so well and it got a huge anime boost. I don't think it's gonna happen again because Demon Slayer is ending soon. I mean, the editor is probably shooting themselves right now because it's like, oh yeah, guys, you can wrap it up. It's no big deal. It's a moderate success, and then all of a sudden it's like their new #1 series and it's ending. They're like, fuck.
Well,
what have we done?
That's one thing too that's just interesting because I feel like Demon Slayer is just more popular over here. I mean, One Piece just to me seems like a Japan series. It's something that they consider a part of their culture, you know?
Yeah, One Piece has never really taken off here like other series have.
I mean, it's
still really good.
It's
here.
still very popular.
It does amazing
but like
here.
compared to like Naruto and My Hero and all that stuff,
One
like,
Punch Man.
I don't go.
Attack on
I don't go
Titan.
into Walmart and see like One Piece Monopoly like I do.
Did you just say Walmart? What the fuck
So
did you say?
He's trying to
Walmart.
make a pun out of Law from One Piece,
I said Wall.
No, it's just because he's fucking
Well, he doesn't.
Canadian. Doesn't know
You
how to
guys
speak
have
English.
Walmart in Canada?
Yes, we have Walmart in Canada.
Oh god, you don't have Target.
How the fuck do you have
You
Walmart?
don't
That's
have
American.
You don't have
okay,
Target.
you're not
That's
American.
what you guys don't have. You guys tried having Target, and that didn't work out very well.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Wait, y'all had
Yeah.
Target?
I think for like a
think-
year.
Maybe, yeah, that sounds about right.
And then they
I
shut
think
down.
I think we had a Target, and then it turned into a Walmart. So
That's funny.
Oh, okay.
All right.
That makes
Well,
sense. I mean,
we've gone on a tangent, but you know what? I didn't get to tell you
Duh.
what my tastes were in manga and what I've been reading. I
We
think
already know.
We
a
already
lot of
know.
our viewers
We
would
already
love
know.
to hear
Boomer.
this because this is all of the non-normie stuff. Okay, this is the good
Christ.
stuff.
okay.
So pretty much recently, I've been making sure that I've been picking up all the Tatsumi work in English, and let me tell you, he is by far one of my favorite mangakas that I've picked up on in recent years. Outside of Osamu Tezuka, of course, he's still classic, still one of my favorite mangakas of all time. What a lot of works that Drawn and Quarterly has been printing has been amazing. Abandon the Old in Tokyo being one of my favorite works that he's done. Black Blizzard, which is a classic, a really old series back from the 1960s. And this sort of fits in that category of Gekiga, having those serious tones in a story, that dark stuff that a lot of people really get into. And not only that, but his very unique and very influential art style as well. But I've been reading a lot of Tatsumi work, really good stuff, and have really been enjoying it. Not only that, but I also picked up, finally, Battle Angel Alita. I was waiting for me to get a really good deal on the original prints that Viz put out back in 2005. There was also an initial 90s print that Viz put out back when they were Viz Comics, which those ones aren't really for me. The quality of them has definitely not necessarily been the best. The translation was also not as good. But when they put out these other volumes, what I like to call the black editions of Battle Angel Alita, had a better translation. The volumes are really good quality and overall feel really nice and look really cool on the shelves as well. Now, what a lot of people
How
don't
do you
know
feel about it being a female protagonist?
Oh
Doesn't that
man,
disgust you?
it definitely turns you off now, doesn't it? Right? Female protagonist in a manga. Jeez, who wants that? That's another really shitty take that we won't be going into. But honestly, as far as my comment on the situation goes, who the fuck cares? If the series has a good protagonist, regardless of what gender they are, it doesn't matter. If it's a good series, it's a good series. There are a lot of really bad series with male protagonists, so I don't know what the statement of that would be. But, you know,
I feel like there's
it's-
more shitty male protagonists than from what I've seen.
Have you not read Bleach? Are you fucking kidding me?
It's actually true.
Jesus. Anyways, going back to what I've been picking up on, Tatsumi work, Battle Angel Alita. I also picked up Last Order, which is, I believe,
Big Order?
No, Last Order, which falls under the Battle Battle Angel Alita branch. I believe it is a prequel to the main story. I still haven't finished up my read of Battle Angel Alita. I believe I'm on volume 5 currently right now. And so far, it's very good. It's very interesting. I love the action. It definitely falls under that early shonen love, as well as the darker elements that seinen manga adds on to the manga as well. But overall, I found it to be very enjoyable. So hopefully I'm going to finish reading through it here in the coming time. And then not only that, but I also picked up a few other series, some oddball series. Beyblade, which I got for dirt cheap, which is actually a manga and was a manga first. Hype. And then also I picked up Excel Saga, which is something I believe Migs would like. A lot of women, a lot of boobs, and jiggle physics and other shit that goes into it.
Nice.
I believe it's...
Is that about the same dude that did
Air Gear? That's a good question because I'm not entirely sure, but Air Gear is quite an interesting series because I have not heard Air Gear in a long time. One thing I do know about Excel Saga is the anime is really bad. I watched some episodes of it. The art style is very 2000s anime with like girls with eyeballs that are bigger than their forehead. I mean, it looks nice. Bad, but
that's great.
But I haven't started reading it yet. I got another good deal on it, which is why I picked it up initially. And I've been hearing some mixed things about the manga, so hopefully it's good. If not, I'll just resell it, get rid of it, end of story. But anyways, that's what I've been picking up. That's what I've been reading.
When are you going to get B-Stars?
B-Stars. Well,
B-Stars.
You know, as far as I can tell, the series falls into that hype category where people are literally creaming their pants over the first 2 or 3 volumes, and the fact that an anime has also conveniently been around for the ride to help kind of boost and promote sales. I feel that plays a big part of why it's so successful so early on. I'm hesitant. I'm not shutting it down completely. I'll check it out. I just right now it's something very uninteresting I don't want to check out.
It's all about the furries, man.
Furries.
They're boosting this series to the next level. I really like Beastars. I've been really enjoying the anime, but you got like this group of furries are really getting off on this stuff. There's like a scene early on where the main character, he's a wolf, and he's going to talk to this the bunny character, and they're all alone, and you think it's just normal, but then all of a sudden she takes off her clothes and she's like, let's fuck, and then he's like, whoa.
Oh, so it's like Zootopia, but a fan fiction.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what kind of bullshit Zootopia 2 Return to Zootopia
This is what it sounds like. It sounds like that someone's ripping off Disney's Zootopia here, which I guess...
Did you watch that fucking movie that Gear sent to the chat?
Okay.
Oh yeah,
it was like a whole whole hour.
For those who don't know, someone actually made a fan sequel to Zootopia. It's an hour and 50 minutes long, and it's fully voiced. It's like so it's longer than the original movie, and it's like a full sequel that someone wrote. And like did all the art for. It's like it's not fully animated. It's like moving stills.
It's like Berserk 2016 animation.
Well, it's not. It's literally. It's just like 2D stills with like lip flaps. But yeah, it's like I said, it's fully voiced. And I only skimmed through it, and I'm like, someone actually put a lot of effort into this.
That's not good.
Sure. But yeah, B-Stars, think like Zootopia, but it's got, a bit of a mature edge to it. You can get away with more stuff. There's some, like some murder.
Oh man, now I really don't want to check it out because Zootopia was not good. It was a horrible movie. I don't understand what the hype was with that movie.
I don't know.
That's a terrible take, but
I did not care for it. It was.
I mean, literally. The similarities stop when it's just like the humanoid animals, but it's good. Yeah, there's like you got like the Chad. He's a deer, and he's like he wants to become like a B-Star, which is like a high member of society or whatever. And so he's like running the drama
Shonen
club.
Manga.
But he breaks his leg, so like this tiger character has to take his place, but the tiger's like taking drugs. It's great.
It sounds like a plot to a shonen manga, that's for sure.
Well, it's a good plot.
So reversing away from this furry bullshit, what anime
Oh
have you guys
God.
been watching? Because for the first time in
Well,
over a year, I've actually been watching anime.
oh,
I'm gonna
well,
be honest. I
Beastars
haven't.
is one.
Mine's a quick story, so I'm just gonna say a year. Sorry, but I have not watched an anime in well over 2 years. At least a new anime. So
What are you?
no, like
weeb?
honestly, like I tried Part 5 JoJo, but I just don't like the part. So it was already a struggle to get into it to begin with. So not a fan.
Yeah, I mean, if you're listening to this, like, I have my fall anime video coming out before people will hear this podcast, so I go over everything in more detail there. But I'm keeping up with a bunch of stuff. I ended up dropping the Doctor Stone anime because it was just
Oh wow.
there was really nothing it added. It was literally just the manga, just colored in panels. There wasn't much animation going on. I was like, okay, whatever. Um, so
Another
that,
case in point where manga is better than the anime.
Yeah, another example of that is Vinland Saga, which has been a really good adaptation, but in the recent episode, they kind of fucked up some iconic panels, made a bit people upset. So, but overall, that's been pretty good. As for new, like,
God, Vinland Saga.
I wasn't watching much this season, so I asked people, I'm like, what are some other shows I should check out? And people were like, oh, watch No Gun's Life. I'm like, that sounds horrendous. Let me check it out. And it's like this dark and gritty cyberpunk series where people have all these like mechanical enhancements, and the main character, he's like, I don't know, he's like a gun for hire like type thing, bodyguard. I don't even know what he does because the plot was horribly conceived. But he has a fucking gun for his face. Like, he's literally just a guy and his face is a revolver. And so it's all like super dark and gritty, but then also he's like a pervert and he'll see boobs and he'll be like, hee hee, boobies. And it was really shit. So, like.
Wow, you just
Yeah.
described the plot of Chainsaw Man in a nutshell.
Oh no! Don't you dare!
Oh,
Don't,
shit.
Don't you dare!
Isn't that what happens in the story? He laughs at boobs and titties and throw
Yeah,
up,
basically.
and then
Well,
also has a chainsaw as a head.
Basically.
Okay.
I mean,
You just described Chainsaw Man in a nutshell.
Okay, so anyone that hasn't read Chainsaw Man, I just want to point this out to you.
It's amazing.
If you're into hold on. If you're into absolute bullshit for a plot, and I do mean that literally, absolute bullshit for a plot, you're going to have one hell of a time. However, if you actually want a cohesive story, don't even look at it.
Fire Punch.
Right?
No.
So it's terrible.
No, it's amazing.
It's worse. It's worse than Fire
Don't you?
Punch.
It
And
is
Fire
not.
Punch
It
was
is-
fucking
It
terrible.
is so much better than Fire Punch. Fuck you.
Garrus.
It's literally not.
It's so much
I
better.
really don't care
So much
what
better.
you wanted to say.
Literally, okay, this is what happened in the recent chapters. Okay, so Denji, our main character, he's going on
Spoiler
a date.
warning.
He goes on a date with like Makima, his superior. They go to see a movie, and he falls in love with her, right? But then he meets this other girl who comes out of nowhere, and he falls in love with her too, right? So they go on like a date. They go to school at nighttime. And she's like, "Oh, Denji, I love you. Come run away with me." And he's like, "No, I can't. I like my job too much. I gotta stay here." And then she starts fucking speaking in Russian, and then she turns into like this crazy Soviet Union bomb girl, and she like starts blowing the shit out of everything. So yeah, it's like that, and it's amazing. I love it. It's the best.
Well, you're more than welcome to be entitled to your opinion, and
Even if it's wrong.
yep.
Nah.
But you know,
That's
you
just-
you can
need
like
a
whatever
high
you want.
IQ to understand Chainsaw Man. Like it's,
You literally don't.
And that's a beautiful transition into the next topic. But video games.
Well, hold on. First, we have to talk about Kishimoto's new masterpiece, The Next Type.
Oh, why do we got to talk
Let's
about
not.
Samurai?
Can we
8?
just not?
skip
Everybody
over
knows
this?
about Samurai
This
8.
this wasn't in the schedule. We were going to talk about this.
Well, we have to talk about Samurai and Beast Children at least once.
We don't,
No.
actually.
Oh,
These
well,
children
we
can
don't.
die.
I just want to say, like, we all know Samurai 8 has been bombing horribly, but I just want to admit, like, Beast Children didn't even, like, it did so poorly that we don't even have the sales for it, because they were just so low that they don't have any data for it, so.
Didn't they already cancel Beast Children?
No,
Or not?
literally.
That's
the
ticket.
fucking what is it? Beast Children, Tokyo Shinobi Squad, and Double Taisei. They're fucking hanging on for dear life. Like they still have not been canceled yet, and it's insane. I'm like,
Wow.
what the fuck are they?
I would expect at least double Taisei, because like I haven't read past like chapter 4, but they killed off like the main character in like the second chapter.
Yeah, like
So like,
I mean, they're all definitely like ending in a few weeks at least, but like it's just
well, I mean, I figure there'll be new manga coming out in winter.
yeah, I'm just
So-
surprised they lasted for so long,
And
honestly.
to all the people that
Right.
did not give the story a chance, it would have been good after 30 chapters, you know?
Yeah. But
More like 300.
Samurai 8 of course is hype now. I saw some guy give the new chapter a 10 out of 10.
Oh my god, it's on top of the world again.
Yeah, apparently they had like a battle royale arc that only lasted 3 chapters.
Whoa!
So like
Tournament
things are
arc.
really getting crazy there, man.
That's something a
Kishimoto knows
shonen
what's
has
up.
never done before, a tournament
Yeah.
arc. That is insane.
Mhm.
Wow, Samurai 8 is literally just on new levels of like just overall story and plot. Like that's just beautiful.
I agree. For Neverworld agrees. He actually made a video.
Does he though?
He actually made a video. I was surprised. He made a video talking about how bad the series was failing. I was like, damn, I didn't think you would go there. I thought you'd still be hyping it up. But I mean, he also started the video. He's like, guys, I think this is some heat. This is some gas. The next big thing. But it's doing horrendous right now. So,
Yep.
but wait until it gets an anime, guys. Then you'll see.
Oh yeah,
So-
if it does,
Yeah.
give it to
So-
Periot. Oh wait, too soon.
Yeah.
Ooh. That was rough. Why'd you have to do that?
So things have been fine if you're not Kishimoto or any of these new series. Everything else.
Or a
has been-
Kubo fan, because
Oh, well, nothing.
James Hanson's been keeping it going, but he ain't got much left.
The
But
fact that any fans of Bleach still exist in this world is just another very, very interesting thing indeed. I like Bleach. I think it's great if you're not supporting the main story as well as the main protagonists, but that's just how it is.
There, I saw this thing the other day. Viz is like in English. They're printing one of the Bleach novels. And
I noticed that.
I didn't know this existed, but apparently the writer of Durarara wrote like a follow up to Bleach that takes place after the manga. He wrote a novel about it.
Yeah, it's about, I believe this one is about Renji and how he gets married to Rukia. So.
Like what the fuck? What?
This is like their actual wedding, is what the
That's-
book is based
who
about.
wants that?
So
What?
Apparently
James.
James
Well,
Hansen.
okay, yeah,
Though I'm pretty sure he's already read it, so like I don't know why he needs
yeah, oh
it.
yeah. That must have been translated by now, because I mean,
that book came out
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah, that's
that
the thing.
came
That's
out
why I
right
was
after
confused.
the ending of Bleach.
yeah, that's why I was confused. I thought that it was new. I was like, what the fuck? But
No.
yeah, no, it was just old. So whatever.
See, it takes a real Bleach fan to know that you knew that thing existed right after the ending of Bleach.
But guys, the mobile game is still getting updated, so there's still hype. Come
Yep.
on.
Bleach Brave Souls, everybody. Give them your wallet and they'll give you some characters that you can play as. You could play as a bikini Rukia or a bikini...
The bikini.
I don't
Renji.
know. Bleach, Ichigo, whatever his name is.
Whatever his name is, his name is Bleach, Mr. Bleach, the main character.
Mr. Bleach, the new villain in the new Bleach arc.
Oh shit.
It all makes sense now. I don't really know if there's any more stuff to talk about in the manga community. Other than the
there's
fact
not,
that oh wait, yeah, it's dead. What are we talking about?
That's
like
true.
no one is gonna be here because no one's gonna be watching Manga Alert because the community is dead. It's deader.
In fact, guys, I actually think I'm gonna quit and I'm gonna start doing movie reactions.
Oh, okay, sounds good.
So
All right.
yeah, but not like cut up, edited, stylized movie reactions. Like I'm just gonna be sitting down watching. Let the full
Yeah,
thing
you
play
should
out.
be like
It'll
Angry
great.
Joe. You should just do movie reviews.
No, I'm gonna be the next nostalgia critic. I'll be Doug Walker.
Oh, okay, and make sure you do your skits because those are the best part of
Oh.
Nostalgia Critic.
Melvin.
Before we cut off to another tangent, I am looking at a couple of things on the Viz calendar, and I noticed Platinum In, so I looked up Platinum In because I really needed to end because I want to hear Gears review for it.
Fuck you.
And once again, because I see this like every month, so I don't believe it, but once again, I'm seeing things where people are saying it's about to come to an end. So maybe this time, hopefully soon.
It doesn't surprise me because that duo isn't known for writing long series, and also it's not really a series they can stretch out forever. I mean, they could because it's shit already, but
Right.
The fact it's still going surprises me.
There's already 10 volumes out, or well, there will be 10 volumes out in
Platinum End
December.
is a fairly old series, is it not? Like, it came out 3
It came
years
out like
ago?
2013, something like that, 2014, 2015.
I mean, it is a monthly series, which is...
And it's still going, and
Let me see.
it's only got
Let me go to
10 volumes? That's insane.
It is a monthly series,
2015.
so it takes... And I guess it's semi-popular, but like...
People just love the artwork. I feel
That's
at this point
The
it's just
artwork
become...
is fantastic.
Literally, most people I
but-
talk to who own the series, they're like, yeah, just for the art, because the story is bullshit.
I'm like, alright, well,
Like,
read Death Note.
It's so weird. Yeah, I don't even know. Like, I think I read like 7 or 8 volumes the last time I read it, which was like a long time ago now, almost 2 years, I think. And just like, ugh, I don't know, man. Ugh.
Never bothered to get onto the Platinum End hype because
Well,
I heard
I don't think there is
one
any
volume.
hype.
No, there was because
Oh, well,
so
when
the
it first
volume,
started, yeah.
So when the first volume dropped, everyone was like, "Oh my god, this is the next big series. This is great." And then 2 volumes later, oh god, this thing fucking sucks.
It's such a weird because like there's a lot of series that get worse over time, but I've never like the first volume of Platinum End isn't great. Like it's a lot of edgy bullshit, but it's fine. I liked it when I read it, and it like sets up some interesting stuff. Ends on a cool cliffhanger, but then like immediately after, it like becomes complete shit. It's so weird. It's like the ultimate bamboozle. It's like, oh, you bought volume 1. We got you now.
I have made the executive condition. Fucking holy shit! Can't fucking talk. I have decided that during Right Stuff's sale, if they have a bundle of Platinum End and it's really good, I'm talking like 5 volumes for less than $30. I will probably buy it for the meme mostly. Just for the shits and giggles.
Damn, you might as I can recommend you so much in print stuff that is great that you should read for under $30, like Tatsumi work. No, we're not recommending this shit.
Let's not.
Viz is fucking poo poo caca.
Ooh, poopy.
Exactly, that's the exact reaction I made when they changed their logo for the 10th time on their volumes. Uh-oh, Promise Neverland, poopy.
Oh, you fucking cunt.
I've only read
good
5.
Series.
I've read 5 volumes of Promise Neverland. It's good. But
if you don't like it after 5 volumes, you're literally a cunt.
I'm not gonna say I don't like it, but I don't know if it's gonna warrant me to want to continue it any further. You know, it's good, but it's not something that's catching my attention.
Demon Slayer is the real hype here.
Oh yeah, whatever that little fucking girl is that holds a bamboo scroll in her mouth.
Yeah, Nezuko.
That everyone has a tattoo of or a sticker or some meme of.
People have a tattoo of the girl from Demon Slayer?
God. My favorite
No,
thing...
there are grown men that have the fucking tattoo of her with the bamboo scroll in her mouth or whatever it is.
That is terrifying.
My favorite thing, there was like one of those there was like an anime award thing that went on, some bullshit, where people voted on their favorite whatever. So obviously like Demon Slayer won a bunch of shit. That's not a surprise, but the funny thing was that Nezuko's voice actress won Best Voice Actress when literally Nezuko's whole thing is that she can't speak. So
doesn't talk.
So literally, yeah, she like only has like a few lines in the first episode. Yeah, and then she literally
quality voice acting.
Oh, I love that. That just goes to show
Terrible.
How crazy fans can be.
This is why I give up shonen manga, because all it is hype. That's all it is now. It's someone reading
Demon
one
Slayer,
chapter, calling it, it's the
God.
greatest
Okay, so
thing.
Here's the best. Okay, so Demon Slayer episode 19 was when it blew up. You had like Ninja, the Fortnite guy. He tweeted that he was like, Demon Slayer is the best anime of all time, and it like got like 300,000 retweets or some shit. But like basically, that episode was like the end of the arc when the main character fights like the big bad guy. He's like this spider demon guy, and like it definitely looked amazing. The action was fantastic, but the actual story of that episode was like. Basically, like, the spider guy was super powerful, and I was like, okay, so what's going to happen here? He's either going to get rescued by one of the better demon slayers, because he's only a rookie, or he's going to unlock a super power-up, right?
Oh, which was it? Was it both?
It was both!
Oh my god.
Basically, so what happens? He's about to die, then he, like, has a flashback to his father, and his dad is like, remember the flaming sword ability I taught you? And I'm like, what?
What? That's
What?
so
He wasn't
strangely
even
specific.
So then he unlocks the flaming sword ability, and he cuts the spider demon's head off. And that's where the episode ends, and you think that's it. But then the next episode starts. The spider demon is still alive. He's like, it's a good thing I cut off my own head right before you cut it off, because now I can reattach it.
What a
and
twist.
then that's when the strong demon slayer shows up and
This
kills.
This is like some borderline Twin Star Exorcist bullshit, except Twin Star is a lot better.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
This is some more recent One Piece bullshit, if you ask me. But you know,
Well, One Piece isn't that bad. Come
Honestly,
on.
it reminds me of Bleach. Kind of some Bleach stuff. I remember I was looking up Bleach memes the other day, and I remembered that the guy, like the number 1 Espada, he's like ranked number 10, but then he like takes the 1 off and it's a 0, and he's like, I'm actually ranked 0 on the number 1.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about. So
You talking about Yami from fucking Bleach? Or Yamu?
no.
Yama?
So he's talking about the one buff guy who, like, towards the end of the Arankar arc, he's like, oh well, I'm gonna grow bigger, and then as he grows bigger, his like number changes to 0. So technically, the Espadas are numbered like 9 through 0. Technically, or something like
wasn't that Yamu or Yami or whatever the fuck the guy that turns into a fucking
like that, but
gigantic bulldozer of a man, and
Bleach,
then Itachi
Bleach is
just
another
one-shots him?
shitty fucking shonen in itself. Like, there's so many different things that happen in that. Like the final arc, I don't care if anyone's gonna get mad. Bleach has been done for years now, so go fucking read it if you're so worried about spoilers. But the final arc of Bleach, where it's like, oh, well, I have become God now. I can't be killed. Oh, wait, there's a technique where Quincy's learned that if you fire this arrow at God, he dies. And then I fire the arrow and he dies in 2 pages in the end.
Now, contrary to popular belief, I don't actually hate Demon Slayer. I just think it's fine. I found the last episodes of the season to be pretty enjoyable. But, I mean, it's whatever. I don't hate it. You guys.
Well,
cool.
Gear is he likes Bear Stirs and Fire Punch and whatever Chainsaw Man, whatever that shit is.
I mean, let's
man.
be honest, real quick. We all knew that Gear was probably a furry. I mean, it was there. The signs were there.
Well, he loves Pokemon, so I mean that might be it.
I mean, don't you like?
No.
Who doesn't like Pokemon? What kind of fucking American are you?
American?
Don't like Pokemon, piece of shit.
American? Pokemon's American?
No, but everybody in America has at least heard of and liked Pokemon at one time.
Hey, what's a Pokemon?
Uh-oh.
Cheerios.
Aftercast.
Uh-oh.
Welcome everybody to the Aftercast, the part of the podcast where we officially end the main topic for tonight.
Which we don't even know what it was, but you know.
The main topic.
Yeah, that was.
Uh-oh. Manga community.
Poopy.
Daddy.
Daddy. Man, there are quite some bangers coming out here in the next couple of weeks. We got Death Stranding that's going to be dropping, and can't wait to not be able to play that.
I thought that was already out. What the fuck?
No, the reviews just came out.
No,
really
so like anyone who got like a review copy, like got it last week, but pretty much for the most part, it comes out.
I would like to point out that Party Babies for the Wii is a better game than Death Stranding.
By IGN standards, so you can already infer the problems with that.
I mean,
Yeah.
IGN is law though. I mean, even Based thinks so.
Honestly,
true, true.
I'm not that interested in Death Stranding. I mean, like, it looks fine. I don't really like the inventory stacking mechanic. At least it doesn't
You don't
look
want to
that
play
fun.
Amazon Delivery Simulator? Are you kidding me?
Like, from what I understand, like, everything you pick up, you put on your back, and it just makes this giant stack. And if you, like, trip up and fall down, your whole inventory falls over the place.
Dude,
So,
that's innovative gameplay. I don't care what anyone says.
I mean,
It
yeah,
really is,
I'll
though.
give him that. I've never seen that done before, at least not to that extent. So there you go.
And not only that, but it's Kojima's cinematic greatness, which only reminds me of Metal Gear Solid 4 and how it had 2 hours of gameplay and 30 hours of cutscenes, which is what I want. So, you know what? It might be good, you know? If it's like watching a good movie where Norman Reedus is quoting The Walking Dead, Metal Gear Solid, then we'll be good, you know?
So, but here's the real question, Shaman: are you Team Sword or Team Shield?
I'm team Poopy because fuck Pokemon and fuck these new games because...
Oh please, you're getting the fucking game. Don't.
No,
even...
I'm not. I'm not getting the game. Are you kidding me? I have no time to play any games. You think I'm honestly going to invest it in fucking Pokemon Gen 20,000 where you got to do the
Don't worry,
same
I'll buy it
shit
for you.
over and over again? No, thank you. I'm good. I got a hard pass on this one. Honestly, as far as the Switch goes, the last game I bought, Jesus, I think Super Mario Odyssey, which was like, what, 2 years ago?
Wow, Jesus, yeah.
So you bought your Switch for nothing, or?
You didn't get Fire Emblem?
The games that I have on the Switch, I have Mega Man 11. I have what is it? I have Terraria,
Terraria, you mean?
Terraria, whatever, however you say it.
Terraria.
Stardew Valley, which is really fun, and Mario Odyssey. I'm blanking out on the. It's a Capcom game.
Devil May Cry 2.
Oh yes,
now on Switch.
Devil
which
May
is actually on Switch now.
Maybe it's Resident Evil. I don't know. And it's one of those games. But honestly, the game I am waiting for is Animal Crossing. That's the only game I want. Is just a good Animal Crossing game.
So
we already.
I've been playing The Witcher on Switch, and that's
Yeah, we know.
interesting.
Gear is a hardcore gamer. He likes playing The Witcher, and it's the best game ever made. And yeah.
But I will say, like, I'm so impressed with The Witcher on Switch, just like how they were able to do that, and I'm like, what the fuck? There's like no excuse now for any other shitty ports. Like, this
Exactly.
is amazing. They literally
And go ahead.
like CD Projekt Red. They're so like I got the game, and they go like above and beyond for every release. There's literally like a thank you note for buying the game on the inside. It comes with like
That's
a full
fucking
map
amazing.
with
Now-
like stickers, and this is just like the normal release, not like any bonus edition.
Here's
So I was
my
like, oh,
here's
you
my
guys are so
take.
cool.
Here's my take of modern gaming. From what it's boiled down to, it's been remaster after remaster after remaster, remake after remake. I mean, we got series like Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Medieval.
I mean,
all
okay,
these
well,
games that are getting
with those
remade and
I understand remakes of like super old games like those, because I mean, you
are
know,
they really though? Like,
they're
are they
old.
really old? It's not like you're remastering the original Legend of Zelda. Because just imagine that the 1986 Legend of Zelda being remastered on the Switch. Why do people want that? Why? Just why?
I mean, stuff like PS1 and 64 type games.
Like-
I mean, a lot of them haven't aged well. They look like crap.
But even
I mean,
even that though, like there have been remasters and ports that have just been ass, that have been so shitty
Oh,
that
yeah,
they're
there's
That's
worse
actually true.
than the
Yeah.
original. And
The-
it's like, well, why are you touching something and making it even worse? Like it doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't know. I think with the way gaming developing has been going on for the past couple of years now, it's just been rough. I mean, even with God of War, even though it's not a remake, it's not really a reboot, it was advertised and marketed sort of as its own thing.
yeah,
it's
I hate
it's so
I hate
different.
sequels.
Oh, I gotta go,
that-
boys.
Oh, you gotta go.
I gotta go. Something just.
What?
I don't know what's going
Wait,
on.
what?
Oh,
Paul's
shit.
got to go? Well, I guess we got to end the Manga Alert podcast right here. Hopefully he doesn't get killed off by the goblins and Goblin Slayer. And rest in peace, Space Senpai. We want you here on the show. All right. Anyways, guys.
Yeah. And of course, rest in peace to the manga community.
Yes. Pour some vinegar for all the dead
funeral.
channels in the arms of. Anyways, have a good day. Good day, guys. Peace out.
Bye.